The 10 Plagues of Egypt, Exodus 7-12. Part 1, God sends Moses to Pharaoh. In our last episode, we learned that God told Moses to go to Pharaoh and demand that he set the Israelites free. But Pharaoh's heart was hard. He didn't listen to God, and he wasn't sorry afterwards. So this made Pharaoh even more proud and rebellious. So God was very angry and said to Moses, "I will harden Pharaoh's heart, so that he will refuse to let the Israelites go. Then I will bring all my plagues upon Egypt, and when I have dealt judgment there, I will make the Egyptians respect my way of doing things." So now part 2, 10 plagues begin. God did it just like he said. God sent a series of plagues or judgments on Egypt. Each one showed God's power and broke Pharaoh's stubborn will. Let's see what they were. Number 1, water to blood. After Moses and Aaron did what God told them, Pharaoh called for Moses and asked him to turn the staff back into a snake. This time, when Moses threw down his staff, it became a serpent and hissed at Pharaoh. But Pharaoh was still not impressed, and he was still stubborn. So then God said to Moses, "Tell Aaron, take your staff and stretch out your hand over the waters of Egypt, over the rivers, over the streams, and over the ponds." So Aaron did as God commanded. And the next thing they knew, the Nile River and all its tributaries, all the water sources turned to blood. The fish in the river died, and the water became undrinkable. Numbers 2, frogs, gnat, and flies. Then God said to Moses, "Speak to me that the frogs may come up out of the Nile River and land on the ground all over Egypt." So Moses and Aaron did just as God commanded. The frogs came up and hopped about on the ground. They crawled up on Pharaoh's bed and were in his palace all over the place. But after some time, Pharaoh went to see Moses and complained about the frogs. So Moses prayed to God, and then the frogs left and never came back again. After this, the gnats and flies swarmed throughout all the land of Egypt. They were very uncomfortable, and Pharaoh was upset because he couldn't stand them. But he got no relief. Numbers 3-5, livestock disease, boils, and hail. So God sent diseases among Pharaoh's livestock. Every animal in Israel's pastures was kept healthy by God, but all the cattle, sheep, and goats throughout the land of Egypt died. Then people came to Pharaoh and complained about their boils that were painful and looked bad. When God caused these boils to be sent, both men and animals had them. But in Israel, nobody had boils because God was with them. One day, God made it rain large hailstones on Egypt. These hailstones were some of the largest ones that had ever fallen throughout the whole land. They destroyed everything growing in the fields. They beat the workers and even killed some of them. But God only punished the Egyptians and not the Israelites. So the Israelites clapped their hands and shouted for joy while the Egyptians hated the hail because it ruined their fields. Number 6, locusts. After the hailstones, the locusts came. They ate up all the plants that the hail had not destroyed. They ate everything in sight, all the grass, all the fruit on the trees, the leaves, the buds, and even the grain. Nothing green was left for the Egyptians, but swarms of locusts remained in the land. Number 7, plague of darkness. Then God said, "For this very reason, the Egyptians will know that I am the Lord when I stretch out my hand to strike them and bring darkness over them, even though only for 3 days they will not see a star or the moon or the sun, and I will have an utter darkness fall upon them." So 3 days of utter darkness fell upon all the land of Egypt. But at night the Israelites had light in their dwellings, and they did not feel the darkness. Number 8, the firstborn die. The Lord said to Moses, "On the first night you will pass this law down to the people of Israel. Everyone is to kill a lamb, a male without defect, a first-year lamb for each household. They are to take some of its blood and put it on the 2 doorposts and the lintel of their houses. And if the Lord sees the blood, he will pass over you and not let the destroyer, the angel of death, come near your dwelling. All the firstborn in the land of Egypt will die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh who sits on the throne to the firstborn of the maidservant, and all the firstborn of the livestock will also die." That is exactly what happened. That night, the angel of death passed through the land of Egypt, killing every firstborn. In every house where the blood was sprinkled, the angel of death passed over and did not kill anyone. It was a terrible night for the Egyptians, but not for the Israelites. Part 3. Israel's Freedom. Pharaoh woke up and realized what had happened. He called for Moses and said, "Let the people go so they may worship the Lord, as you have requested." So Pharaoh let the Israelites go. They left Egypt and walked around the Red Sea. There, they sang songs of praise to God for setting them free. And that's all for today. I hope you liked this video. Remember to subscribe and join us next time for another exciting episode. Thanks for watching.